And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day. It is, well, a nice Monday out there. The weather is at least mild, relatively speaking. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today from Third Mutual, James Tung is here today. And when James is on, he always likes to talk about landscape and water. We're also going to remind you folks that you just have a couple days left to get your application in if you desire to be on, or considered, I should say, to be on the third board. We'll tell you about that. Eileen is here today, Eileen Ordway from the Village Library. She's going to tell us about some expanded hours that they have there, and also she sent me a few pictures about some kids that came over there and made some puzzles and things like that. Community Civic Association, Lisa is here today, Lisa Colavita, along with Dr. Tren. They're going to talk about their upcoming meeting, and we're going to bring you a segment from Breastlink. Now, there's only one meeting today. It's a special corporate members meeting, and that's at 9:30 in the boardroom. I should say there's only one open meeting. Now, let's talk about the weather. And for the next few days anyway, we are going to be in really kind of a normal mode, meaning kind of the mid-80s, all the way through Friday. Friday will bump it up by a little bit, but then as we get to the weekend again, we'll be hovering around 90 degrees. Certainly not what we've had, but we've got kind of sunny, hazy both from a couple reasons. One, there's still a lot of humidity out there, and also we're still getting some of that smoke that is kind of wafting over from the fire over in the Elsinore area. So coupled with that, we're going to stick with probably sunny with some hazy skies for the next, I think, about 3 days or so, and remain in the mid-80s. So this is really nice weather. This is what we want to see, and what I would consider normal weather from this time of the year. And even as we get to the weekend, when we pop up, it looks like Saturday and Sunday, we're going to pop back up to that 90 degrees. As long as it stays right about there, that's not too bad for mid-August. Now, let's look around the area, and really pleasant everywhere you go today. The beach is 79, Lake Arrowhead about the same up there, and everywhere else in the mid to upper 80s. Palm Springs 109, but you know, again, normal temperatures for them out there. So very nice over the next few days. I kind of wish it would be nice if the rest of the summer stayed this way, but I kind of doubt that. So enjoy this while you can. And as I said, as we get to the weekend, it'll pop up a little bit, probably about 5-6 degrees warmer than what we have today. So still not real bad, but I kind of like this, what we have here. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
I'm coming for you, Cancer. With California Protons, I now have the technology and expertise to fight with unmatched precision. I'll zero in and wear you down with radiation, millimeter by millimeter. You won't weaken me. I'll spare my tissues and protect myself against future threats. Cancer, you're history. I'm looking to the future.
Christine and Jack for the Jewelry Box.
Hey, Christine, after 17 years, who's still the top buyer of jewelry in Orange County?
We are, Jack.
And who buys more sterling silver flatware and hollowware?
We do.
Who buys more diamonds?
Why, we do.
And who buys more fine watches?
We do, Jack.
And who buys more silver and gold coins?
We do.
Good job, Christine.
I've had 17 years to practice.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest since 2001, and it's still about trust.
Different is powerful, yet calming. Different is a friendly smile. Different is accepting, not judging.
Different is the unexplained, left to the imagination.
A day without plans, to walk, to explore, a coastal drive, with no destination. Different is anything but predictable. Different can be good. At South County Lexus, you'll find different is amazing.
And James Tung is with me this morning from Third Mutual, and we're going to talk about landscape and water and a few other things as well. Good to see you, sir. Nice to have you on today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Great. So I'll let you get started.
Okay. First thing is last week the El Toro Water District had their August quarterly meeting, and during that meeting they updated us a few things. First one, I'd like to show you, I don't know whether this is possible, but
Here,
all I want
I'll
to point your
Okay.
attention.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Your point attention is this orange part of Southern California. That means we are, because of lack of rainfall, we are in a severe drought condition. So people, please, residents, conserve your water using. And then also, for our Gate 9 area, they started the work of changing or install of recycled water pipes.
Right.
And that work is 100% done. Now they're on their second time to repave the road. So that work should be done before the end of this month.
Okay.
Now, as far as
It's a good project that they're doing.
yes, as far as that recycled water be connected to the irrigation pipes is starting September and meter by meter, because they want to make sure that they don't reconnect to the drinking water pipe.
That is, yes.
So
yes, sir.
it will take a few months. They say starting September and hopefully finish by May next year.
Right, right.
Okay, so that's from El Toro Water. And then because of this drought situation, so we residents be conservative of your using water. Also, as far as our irrigation is concerned, we already using water more than higher than the budgeted. Mm-hmm. So in order to accommodate that, in our certain mutual budget meeting, we add 7% more water budget next year. But that's not our goal. Our goal is try to conserve water, using less amount of water to irrigate our landscape. Well, how do we do that? Well, what we plan to do is to try to convert some of our landscape. Mm-hmm. They become more water saving plants, mm-hmm. and or also like remove the turf to like ground cover.
Right.
So I want to show a couple.
Here, you got the same picture, and I'll hold this up.
Yeah.
Because you have it there, but this is a bigger one
right.
here.
And so look at this. This is one of our current length. You look at the grass, spotty, barren, and so looking terrible.
Can I have a question for you?
Yeah.
You sure you didn't take a picture of my front yard, because mine looks
just
the
like
same.
yours?
It looks just like mine.
Well, I toured our community. In fact, day before yesterday, and I saw this is one of the several, and this is the condition. We are not saving water. We are irrigating normally, and yet we still have this. So that's what we say. Do you like to see this, or do you like to see this? This is it's my yard. I changed my yard to ground cover. Mm-hmm. The advantage of a ground cover is you don't need to mow it, and also it does not take much of a water. By the way, this is the darker green is called Juniper precumbens.
Okay.
And the light green is Demontia. But so between those two pictures, if you prefer, I'd rather see the uniform green rather than yellow and barren spots. And that's what we, the Certain Mutual, plan to do next year. convert a lot of those grass area to ground cover or water saving plant, maybe like this.
Now I have a question for you on this
Yes.
Demondia that you have that's shown here.
Yeah.
Can you walk on that?
Of course.
You can. Now the
Yeah.
juniper, obviously you can't because it's a little.
Well, you also can walk, but that's not very
Right.
good, nice for if you want a backyard
Right.
barbecues.
Ah,
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe I'll look into that for my yard.
Yeah, so people looking into, or we just have a change
Yeah.
it to instead of grass, some water-saving plants.
Yeah, look at
And
that.
that's what we really want
Very
to do.
nice.
Yeah, to
Yeah, that
save
looks
water.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks very nice.
yeah. I think that's if you're interested. In fact, in next board meeting, I'll show quite a few pictures of water-saving plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else you'd like to add for today?
No,
I know we
I'll-
want to talk about the elections, right?
Remind everyone, Wednesday, August 15th is deadline. So please, share your expertise, talents, experience to the community. I've been here, 5 years. At second year, I become board director. So now I'd be glad to, my background is geophysics, earthquake. Anybody want to ask me questions, I want to share my knowledge. In fact, this is the best place, Laguna Woods, as far as large earthquakes concerned, because we don't have major faults.
Right.
Large earthquakes such as San Andreas Fault is associated with the major faults.
Right.
So, and if I heard people want to move to Northern California, San Francisco. Don't do that, because magnitude 8 or 9 earthquake is imminent there.
Right. Okay. Anything else today?
No,
All
that's-
right. Good to
that's
see you. Thank you for all the information on the landscape. And I'll tell you, for my yard, I'm going to look into that Demondia.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands out from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair. Well, Miss Lindy, my Miss Lindy. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair.
Well, Eileen is with me today from our village library, and we're going to talk about a few things, including an extended hours coming up this week. It's starting on Wednesdays, and you had sent me some photos, and this was kids playing with puzzles,
yes,
right?
Yes. We
here we go.
Yeah, one of the people that works at the library took this the other day. These kids were in there having a great time, and it's really nice and cool in the library. So if you have your grandkids visiting and it's too hot to sit at the pool, bring them in. We have books and puzzles just for them that they can.
Oh, that's really nice. I did not know that, and what.
Not a whole lot, but enough.
Yeah, but you brought up a good point that even when it's very, very hot, being around a pool is not fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, unless you can get a nice shady spot, but even then, it can take your breath away.
Very nice.
And the library's actually volunteered to be a cooling center even on the weekends when we're not open. If it hits 100 degrees, we have people who are willing to come in and open up, and so people would have someplace to go when it gets pretty hot. Yeah.
Now, one of the things you've been talking about is extending hours on Wednesday, and it starts this Wednesday.
Finally it's here.
Yeah.
This Wednesday, yes. It's probably, I don't have facts and data, but a lot of people say that they've been hearing that a lot of younger people are moving into the village, and a lot of them still have jobs, and so they can't make it to the library on the weekdays. We know our Saturday hours, just the 3 hours on Saturday, are really busy. So we're hoping that opening up 3 hours in the evening once a week will be popular. If people hear about it, and they'll give us a try.
Now, this is the first Wednesday coming up, and it's just on Wednesdays.
Yes.
How long is this for? Are you looking, is this for the summer? Or
no, we'll give it a shot.
We'll see how it goes.
If nobody shows up, then we'll close up shop. But
no, just for the extra Wednesday hours, not close up shop.
Never. I think those of us who volunteer there, we'd keep it open as long as they pay for the electricity. We'd keep it open for ourselves.
But that's nice to know. What other events are going on there? I know your book clubs are ongoing.
Yes.
And can people, because I know that you do like 12 books a year?
We have 4 book clubs. Each one get together one night a month, and they each already have assigned 12 books for the year, so one for each month.
So people can get on it now if they want. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's not like they had to join back in January.
No. We have a really nice brochure they can pick up at the library and see what books are already assigned for the coming months, so they can read them in advance. Just like the people that are in the book club, they can come on those nights and join right in.
Okay.
Even if they haven't read the book or don't have time, they can come and sit in and listen to the discussion and get to know the people in that book club.
Very good. Yeah, and that's, it's not only about the books, it's a way to socialize, but then it also gives you something that you have a commonality with a bunch of folks that you can talk about.
Yes.
Which is kind of fun.
Right. And at the library, it's nice. I think a lot of book clubs that are, people just do it out of their homes. They take turns each month, and people have to come to their house, and they have food, and this is a place you just go. You don't have to do any work yourself other than reading the book.
Okay, very good.
Which is not work.
Now, also, as far as the ongoing different kinds of volunteers you have there, which are wonderful, how are you doing with that? Are there any openings? You're pretty good right now.
If people were interested, we have somebody we are going to be training on Thursday afternoon to start. So if people are interested, we definitely would welcome their application. We're not as busy on the afternoon, so if somebody leaves one of those shifts, we're not as worried about filling the spot.
Is that because it's summer, would you say, or it just depends?
I don't know. Right now it's light. We're hoping things will pick up. But also, like the donations in the back, the paperbacks in particular, it's constant. We're constantly getting maybe 100 donations a week.
Wow.
So they need to be processed. So anyone who'd be interested in helping out at the library, but not really interested in a fixed shift that's in the front desk, and they'd like to come in an hour or two here and there and get new paperbacks out onto the shelves, we would appreciate their help. Absolutely.
All right, very good. Anything else today you'd like to add? I know there's a couple other things.
Yeah, we have in the past have had 1 or 2 book fairs. We call them book sales.
And this is when you take books that maybe you folks don't need anymore, or maybe you have 5 or 6 of.
Exactly. We get donations, even hardback books, a lot, and more than we can put on the shelves. And so we would pile them up in our back room and then try and then have a sale. But there's 2 things. One, we don't have a lot of space for accumulating books to have on sale. And the second thing is, it's just getting too hard. I'm one of the youngest people that volunteers at the library to set it all up. We have to get our husbands and stuff to set up tables.
Course.
So it's just gotten harder and harder for us to do. So instead of having a once or twice a year event, we have what we call low mileage shelves. It's about 12 or 15 shelves of books, hardback books. All have been published within the last 5 years, so they're relatively new. Low mileage, we call them, because maybe they've been read once or twice. And we ask for a $2 donation each for those. They're good gifts to give to people. The other thing that we've started to do that's kind of new, we have a book cart right by the front door. So we have new paperbacks, relatively new paperbacks come in. We already have a couple copies. We put them on the shelves. DVD donations that we don't need, CD book donations that we don't need, and 25 cents each or 5 for $1.
Okay.
So some ways for us to get a little extra money to buy mostly new DVDs is what we use those donations for. So that's really helpful to the library.
Very good. So once again, that their hours are 10 to 4, except Monday through Friday, Wednesdays now until 7 o'clock.
Right.
And then Saturdays
10 to 1.
10 to 1. And so if you want to go on an evening, Wednesday is your day up until 7.
Yes.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
You take care, and check out the library if you haven't been there before. There's all kinds of things beyond just books there that you can get involved with, and DVDs and magazines, and sit for a while. And you've got iPads out there now.
Yes, we now have
so
iPads.
all kinds of things that you can utilize. It's a great resource here.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you as
Good
always.
to see you, Ken.
We'll be back.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Thomas. Welcome to Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. for sports highlights, tournament news, and interviews for Laguna Woods residents and around the world. Hey, maybe even Broadway. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. Put it on your calendar. Thursday mornings, a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way. Or even a triple's okay. I'll see you then.
When a loved one requires ongoing assistance and attention, home-related care and caregiving become viable alternatives to an existence dependent upon hospitalization. Your home care provides thoughtful general care and assistance with the basic necessities of daily living, all within familiar surroundings. Call 949-215-0004 to schedule a personal in-home consultation.
The Santa Ana Zoo goes beyond animal attractions. They are committed to providing recreation and education while highlighting the message of conservation. I caught up with Lauren Berg, educational specialist, to learn about their education programs. We are in Exploration Outpost, and I've caught up with Lauren, who's going to tell us a little bit about the volunteer and education programs. So, very fun area that we're in, and you said this is where some of our educational programs happen, right?
Yes, this is actually one of the really popular places for our education programs, including our Zoo Explorer. We use a lot of volunteers. We would not be able to do our education programs without our volunteers, and they range in backgrounds, ages, and abilities. Our docent program and our interpreters are the main ones that help us with those programs, and we absolutely love retired teachers and other people who just love kids and animals and want to come share the zoo with that next generation.
So what are some of the requirements as a volunteer?
So we don't have any starting requirements. You don't need to have a background in education or a background with animals. We do all of the training. We just ask for a lot of enthusiasm. And of course, availability while the zoo is open, because most of our programs take place during the regular hours of 10 a.m. until noon, but we also have volunteer opportunities throughout the entire day from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
And what are some of the things that they would be doing?
Sure, so the very first requirements for our volunteers is attending an orientation. We have orientations on the first Saturday of even-numbered months, so every other month. And we have volunteers that help with education programs, leading students around the zoo and doing activities. We have volunteers in our farm, helping people interact safely with the goats and the sheep and our other ambassador animals. We even have volunteers that help out our animal services staff if they're looking for something more physical.
And if somebody wanted to participate as a volunteer, can they just go to your website?
Exactly. All of our information about volunteering is on santaanazoo.org. Under the support tab, they can click on volunteer at the zoo and find all of the information they need.
Okay, perfect. And then, you know, here we have this exploration point here. What are they going to find here?
So here at the Exploration Outpost, you're going to find our reptiles and amphibians. We get a lot of guests that are afraid of snakes, and we have 2 big, beautiful boa constrictors here at the zoo. And it's a great opportunity for people to kind of face their fears, and also for our volunteers to give some conservation messaging and help people get past those myths and realize that these animals are really important to our environment and have benefits for people as well.
The Santa Ana Zoo is located right off the 5 freeway off 1st Street on Chestnut Avenue in Santa Ana. Very simple to get to. The zoo is open 7 days a week from 10 to 4, closed major holidays. There is a senior rate, 60 years and over, of $9. Wheelchairs and electric scooters are available for rent. For more information, visit their website at www.santaanazoo.org.
I did whatever I felt I had to in order to feed my addiction. I couldn't fight it anymore, but I didn't know how to stop. When I hit bottom, my family intervened and found Beginnings Treatment Centers. Today, I'm not a slave to my addiction. I have my family and my life back. I hope and pray that if you or a loved one needs help, that you make the call like I did.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Welcome back. With me today is Lisa Colavita from the CCA, and Dr. Trin is here as well. Coming up on August 23rd, they're going to have a meeting, and it's going to be about supplements. Find out what works, what doesn't, what may or may not. Good to see both of you today. And this meeting is, as I said, it's on August 23rd at 11:30 at Clubhouse 5.
Correct.
And something that's, I like this subject because it's something that's a little bit different in that we often hear about whether it's a multivitamin, or we hear about certain kind, you know, eat more strawberries or beets or this spice or that spice. And that stuff may indeed be good for you in some way or not bad for you, but does it really do what all the hype is about it? And that's what this is about, right?
Right. We are going to separate out what is good medicine versus what's good marketing.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference. You can have great marketing of a product with a lack of strong evidence behind it, or you can have a product that works really well with clinical research, yet have poor marketing so it never gets out there to most folks. And so we're going to have a little educational session to kind of help folks determine how to look at a product and how to determine if it's a good product, bad product, if it's just good marketing. And then we'll go through a few products that will treat different conditions that has some maybe some good evidence behind it.
And a lot of times these supplements, so to speak, that we're talking about, there's no real marketing campaign about it because, like you were talking before we got on, it might be about a certain spice, like turmeric or vinegar or whatever it might be. There's no big marketing company behind that, although as we've seen, you know, somebody will come up with, hey, I've got these turmeric pills now or whatever it might be. But, you know, people want to know, does this stuff really work? Even if it's, you know, in the case of like those things, you know, they're inexpensive to buy.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Of course, now once they get trendy, then they go up in price.
Explode.
But dispelling the myth.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a lot of myths, a lot of misinformation, and people really
want to know more about the supplement use and what is brain healthy, what is not, because you'll see it, you can go to a Whole Foods market and they'll be putting things, they'll be available to put in these smoothies, or you can buy a droplet.
There's a very good point.
And you're saying, well, why would I want to do that? And then there is, some of this information is clinically proven to be neuroprotective, brain healthy, cardioprotective. So that's where we come in with the information. And CCA is also talking about CBD again. And fortunately, Memorial Care Home Health is going to be there with some, with a wellness clinic with people there who needs consultation for their medications and perhaps with supplements.
Yeah. And let's define what's a supplement. When I hear supplement, it is I'm adding something to my diet that maybe is not being in the everyday food that I'm eating. I'm not, you know, I'm not drinking enough orange juice to get my vitamin C or whatever, right?
Right. And the first thing I always promote is that we should have our food be our medicine.
Yeah. Yes.
Your food should be your medicine. Supplements are just that. They are supplemental to your diet, to a healthy, you know, body health, brain health, Mediterranean type diet. That should be the first push and the first recommendation is eating right, right?
You know what, I gotta say, I actually was thinking about you over the weekend.
Yeah?
Because we went out to dinner one night and I had chicken fried steak, and then I also had fried chicken last night. And I'm thinking, man, if Dr. Trin was here right now. Yeah, but it was so good.
Oh yeah, you should bring some next time. I'll try. I'll taste test it for you.
No, I seriously was thinking about that.
It's not on the superfood list,
No.
but it tastes good.
Chicken's on the superfood list.
Yeah, but not the way I had it.
Right.
So, but that's what these are, and I think a lot of these, at least as you said, and again, we're not talking about, you know, eating more strawberries or something that's fairly inexpensive. You walk into a health food store, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, any of those places, that's a big part of their products there, and you're standing there and you're thinking, well, is this really going to be worth it? Man, it's $20 for these things or whatever it might be.
Right.
Yeah.
And which vitamin E do you take out of the 30 vitamin E's on there and the 50 glucosamines? And how do you decide which one? And so we'll go over all that. I think lunch is included.
Lunch is included, absolutely.
For during the lecture, so it's a lunch and lecture event that's educational that we want to bring out. But yeah, there are many conditions that folks take supplements for, whether it's arthritis or for their heart or for their brains.
Yeah.
And we'll see, we can go over each category of conditions and the natural supplements that have some evidence behind it.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and then people have somewhat of a direction to go. Now, you have talked about this before, that there may be a really great supplement. However, due to the medication someone is taking, they also have to know that some people think, well, that's not a medication. Well, in a sense, anything you eat, anything you ingest is a medication in some way, or I should say can react to the medication, even if it's this great healthy food.
That's right. That's right. Anything in excess becomes a medication, and it's bad, whether it's natural or not natural with that. And supplements and vitamins can obviously interact with the current medications you take. So we'll have a question and answer period during our session to kind of go over folks' concern about that.
That'll be great.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Very good, yeah.
We're going to try to use a different format. We're going to have the Dr. Iggy Show format. So similar to what you've seen on TV with Dr. Oz, but we're going to use Dr. Iggy.
Okay.
So we'll have Dr. Iggy being showing up and interviewing guests and kind of get that going off, trying to introduce that for August. But it's exciting, be a little different.
Very good, that'll be a lot of fun. Now, we have a number on the screen. Do people need to RSVP because of the lunch?
Yes, it's encouraged, yes.
All right, so the number we have on the slide, and the number is 949-426-1598, that's for Lisa, or 949-330-3610, that's for Karen. So call one of those numbers because they are providing lunch, and so they need to know. I think if few people show up without RSVPing, that's not going to be a big deal, but it's best so they can prepare for it.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
That's good.
And I, you know, we'll have you on again. You're talking about you just came back from Vietnam, and your work that you do over there.
Right. Just rolled in 2 days ago.
Yeah. So, well, I'm sure you'll be
good.
back with some photos.
I will. I'll have
We'll
plenty
talk
of
all about
photos.
that. All right. Good to see you
Alrighty.
guys.
Good
Take
to see
care.
you.
Lisa, good to see you.
You too. Thanks, Ken.
Take care. And again, August 23rd at Clubhouse 51130. Find out if the supplements really work and which ones do, and get some great information. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
I have Dr. Wade Smith, who's a breast-dedicated oncologist, who's here to give us our breast-link chemotherapy report. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Lisa.
You're welcome. And really interesting stuff that we're going to talk about today. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about breast cancer, of course. However, you have some specific things. So when you say breast-dedicated oncologist, what does that mean?
As an oncologist, somebody who treats cancers with medicines, sometimes chemotherapy, sometimes hormone therapy. As an oncologist, I treat breast cancer and maintain a practice exclusivity with breast cancer.
Okay.
And so it essentially enables me to remain more interconnected with other breast cancer specialists in the community and internationally, and allows me to provide that level of expertise conveyed onto the patient.
Okay, all right. And then we were talking earlier about treatments, and you mentioned chemotherapy. And I know there's other treatments, but there's something specific that's going on right now, and there's a particular type of study. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. Recently making headlines was the presentation of TAILOR-X, which is a large study looking at roughly 10,000 breast cancer patients. And of those 10,000 patients, roughly 6,700 have the most common type of breast cancer we see. And the purpose of this TAILOR-X trial was to determine if a gene expression test that we've been using for a long time could be applied to women who were within the intermediate risk category of their breast cancer.
Okay.
And again, a gene expression test is a test that looks at not our DNA, but the DNA of the patient's cancer cell, looking to see if there are high-risk mutations present within the cancer cell DNA.
Right.
And if there are enough high-risk mutations within this 21 gene panel, then we would classify it as either high risk, intermediate risk, or low risk.
Okay.
We've had information directing us with regard to high-risk patients and low-risk patients, but presented at the American Society of Clinical Oncology annual meeting and more recently published in the New England Journal of Medicine, we now have the update telling us how to basically utilize this test report in determining whether a patient is going to benefit from receiving chemotherapy after surgery for early stage breast cancer or not having to receive chemotherapy.
Okay. Why is it so difficult in the intermediate stage to really determine it?
Well, for one, it comprises the majority of our patients. So 70% of our early stage breast cancer patients end up falling into this intermediate range. And so it's very important to determine whether they're going to benefit from chemotherapy or not. Chemotherapy has associated side effects. It can impact quality of life. It can mean a woman will take time off of work for several months. So it's a big commitment to receive outpatient chemotherapy. And if we can spare patients chemotherapy, then it's worthwhile.
Well, that's good to know. Now, chemotherapy is not the only way to go. What are some of the other treatments?
Well, we treat early stage breast cancer with surgery. That's the cornerstone of therapy. In addition to chemotherapy, we also often treat with radiation therapy and endocrine therapy.
Okay. Well, in fact, the endocrine, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, endocrine therapy, as pertaining to women whose breast cancer has expressed the estrogen receptor, basically allows us to deprive any residual cancer cells that have survived surgery, survived radiation therapy, depriving them from being stimulated with estrogen within the body by either blocking estrogen from binding and activating the estrogen receptor, or by lowering one's level of estrogen in their own body.
Okay. Are you seeing some new technologies on the horizon that are maybe going to be better than what we see today?
Absolutely. So the big, I think, push that we've seen in the last several years has been targeted therapies. So therapies that oncologists would provide that instead of basically attacking all rapidly dividing cells in the body, therapies that are very specific to cancer cells in the way that cancer cells express specific proteins or may harbor a specific gene mutation resulting in abnormal protein expression. We're able to single out that needle in a haystack and target it better. Another new front in targeting cancer cells has been in augmenting the body's own immune system. And there have been recent treatments within the scope of breast cancer oncology that has also led to drastic improvements in outcome.
Great. Hopefully we're not too far away with some of those.
Absolutely.
All right, good. BreastLink's been around for a really long time. Tell me why.
Well, BreastLink is a model that is unique, certainly unique to this part of the country, where we incorporate medical oncology, breast surgical oncology, as well as other ancillary services all under one roof. And that enables a patient who comes in for a diagnostic mammogram to rapidly be seen by the breast surgeon, the breast oncologist, and so as to orchestrate a treatment plan in a very short matter of time and get that patient onto treatment and ultimately onto cure is our goal.
Well, and then records-wise, everything is contained, right? Rather than, I think what you're trying to say is that some of the other hospitals or things that we go to, doctors, you have to go to a variety of different places, right?
That's correct.
So then we worry about our records being transferred.
Right, and so that's the benefit of this model, keeping everything under one roof.
All right, excellent. What are some of the things that you could tell our audience about what we should be looking for? I mean, I know we always go to our yearly, but in addition to that, are there other things that we should be looking out for?
With regard to our own health?
With regard to our health, our breast cancer, or anything like that?
Yeah, I always encourage patients, if there's any seedling of doubt or concern with regard to something they discover within their own body, maybe not even necessarily a lump, but a change within their breast that is new, to go ahead and bring that to the attention of their primary provider.
Okay.
And of course, we're always available in order to facilitate the appropriate diagnostic imaging and to either provide reassurance or to take it to the next level and pursue a biopsy.
So just curious, why did you go into oncology?
In medical school, that was a time when we first started seeing breakthroughs in what would be the targeted therapies we have today. Trastuzumab, which is HER2-directed therapy that we use very commonly in breast cancer, had just started to show excellent results. And across the board, I knew that cancer could be treated in a way that moves beyond simply the scalpel and could be treated in a way incorporating medicines and targeted therapies that I think is certainly interesting and exciting from the standpoint of the investigator, but also offers so much to patients. And I wanted to be a part of that.
Okay, all right. Can you tell me about the confusion with the TAILOR-X study that has hit the news about women not needing chemotherapy for treatment?
I've had some of my own patients come and ask me, does that mean we don't need chemotherapy? What I will say is that the TAILOR-X update certainly allows us to select out only those patients who are going to require chemotherapy and leave the remaining 70 or 85% with lymph node negative early stage breast cancer in a situation where we don't have to offer chemotherapy. But what we do know from this study is that there are still a sizable percentage of patients that are going to require chemotherapy in order to achieve a benefit in reducing the risk of the cancer coming back, as well as the benefit of not dying of breast cancer. So very important to have that discussion with their treating oncologist.
Well, it's nice to know that there is a study that you can certainly help the majority of the patients. So excellent. Well, thank you. Very good information.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you being with us.
Thank you very much.
All right. If you would like more information about breast cancer or you have additional questions, you can always go to breastlink.com.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
Carpet, #1 for you.
Well, with me right now is Monty Westall. He is a resident here in Laguna Woods Village, but more importantly, he is a user of MedBox from AmeriPharma. We're going to talk about that right now. Monty, welcome.
Thank you.
How long have you lived here in the village?
Since 2011.
Okay, so about now what? It's about
going
7
on
years.
7 years
Yeah,
now.
it's 2018, right. And before there, where were you?
I lived in Aliso Viejo for almost 20 years.
Okay, so
I've
you're
been
a
very
native.
close. Yeah, I'm a native of this area.
Well, great. So let me ask you something. How did you come across learning about AmeriPharma, about the MedBox product? Where'd you think about, wow, that's like something that might benefit me?
I saw it on television. I saw the first ad, and it happened right after I had done my weekly chore of separating all my pills and putting them in 2 boxes for the week, one for the morning and one for the evening.
Yeah.
And it's just such a tedious chore. It's not hard, but if I mess up,
right,
then it's on me.
Yeah.
So when I saw the ad, I thought, wow, this is a no-brainer. It's just everything that I could want. I mean, it's a service I'd actually pay for.
Yeah.
But I get it for free if I go with AmeriPharma.
Now, how did you go about that? What was your first step?
Called
Did you call
the 800
AmeriPharma?
number,
Okay.
and they asked me some questions, and they got the name of my doctor, and they contacted my doctor so they could switch my prescriptions from Walmart to AmeriPharma. So I picked up, by the way, another time saver. They deliver it right to my house, so I don't have to go wait in line in Walmart anymore.
Yeah, well, that's a big benefit, isn't it?
Right.
Not having to actually go to a pharmacy. Right. And when the process, when you first started that process, about how long did it take? You probably already had some medication you had to go through.
I was about to renew my medications, so at that point I switched over to AmeriPharma, and they took over the responsibility of getting my prescriptions right.
Right.
But what's really important is I have to take it morning and evening.
Yeah.
And so reminding myself to take it, it's a lot easier when you've got this box staring you in the face when you brush your teeth.
Right.
So it's just a great system, and I feel a lot better about meeting my own responsibilities with the help of AmeriPharma.
And they just deliver it to you.
Right
for
to your
you,
door.
is it once a month, or how does that work?
Well, I get my prescriptions on a 90-day basis.
Okay.
And so I get 90 days worth of pills in a box, and then by the time I run out, there comes a new box.
So you don't have to contact them?
The only time I have to contact them is if my doctor changes my prescription.
Okay.
Okay, and so he'll note that directly to them because they maintain a relationship with the doctor.
So it's not something you really, I mean, obviously you're going to go see your doctor. Your doctor's going to
Right.
consult with you, tell you if there's any changes, but then they, of course, your doctor communicates right with AmeriPharma, and they take care of that.
That's right.
That's right. Just like if you were at Walmart and you had a change in prescription, they
Right.
would contact your doctor. That's what a AmeriPharma
Yeah,
is.
and as you said, this doesn't cost you any more.
It's actually a valuable benefit that, or a service that I'd pay for just to get rid of that responsibility and the
Yeah.
chore, but they provide it for free.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same cost. And my copay and my insurance remain the same.
And it's very convenient, as you have the box right here.
Yeah.
You just go through right in the day.
Right.
And pull out, and you know, it's
Yeah,
here.
it
Let me.
says-
Here, I'll hold this up here. People can see, but it go ahead. It right on the label. I know that's a little hard to see, but it shows what the prescription is, and it has your time, and so it doesn't. You know, you don't have to worry about that, but you can always double check it, and then the next day or next time comes around, and there it is, right?
And I don't
Yeah.
have to pick up any more pills that I've dropped on the floor.
No, no. You know, that's got to be a huge benefit, because I can just imagine, I'm not at the point where I have to take anything, but if you're taking even 2 or 3 every week, you got to kind of dole it out in those little boxes or
Yes.
whatever it may be.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, with this too, I would think maybe you're going to go away for a few days. You can either take the box with you or maybe pull out exactly what you need.
Another great thing. Yeah, just take out the couple of days worth of prescriptions and pack it in my bag.
Very nice.
But I think that this has made my life so much easier in a very important part of my life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
managing your own
conveniences.
prescriptions.
Yeah, making it
So-
convenient is fantastic.
I think that anybody that is dealing with prescriptions the way I am, they've got to try this, because it just saves so much time, and it's another load off your shoulders.
Yeah, and so for you again, you contacted AmeriPharma first, gave them your information about your primary care doctor, and then they dealt with the doctor and
A
the
couple of phone
medications.
calls was all it took.
Yeah, and then you get your first box.
Right.
And for you, it's every 90
3
days.
months,
Okay.
yeah, every 90 days.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice too.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I'm glad you found this, found the med box from AmeriPharma, and it looks like you're enjoying living here.
I am. I mean, the golf here is fantastic. The people here are great, and the security's tight. So this is one less thing I have to worry about.
Yeah.
as I enjoy my retirement.
Yep. All right. Very good. Hey, it was great to meet you. I hope I see you again.
Well, thank you, Ken.
All right. You take care, and we'll be right back. And our movie coming up today is called Wonder Wheel. This is a Woody Allen movie, and it tells the story of 4 characters whose lives are intertwined amid the hustle and bustle of Coney Island Amusement Park back in the 1950s. Ginny, an emotionally volatile former actress, is now working as a waitress in a clam house. Humpty, Ginny's rough-hewn carousel operator husband, and Mickey, a handsome young lifeguard who dreams of becoming a playwright, and Carolina, Humpty's long-estranged daughter, who is now hiding out from gangsters at her father's apartment. Typical kind of Woody Allen movie, you know, it's very character-driven, and in this one, it stars Justin Timberlake and also Juno Temple, and you can see Jim Belushi is there and Kate Winslet, but in this one, the Justin Timberlake character who plays the lifeguard, it is told through, he's basically the narrator throughout this movie. So kind of different, but typical for a Woody Allen movie where one of the characters, he's done this in the past, looks directly in the camera and kind of moves the story along. So we'll bring that to you at 2 today, and it's 6 o'clock, brought to you by Sterling Financial Advisors. Now, our movie coming up on Friday is a wonderful family film called Sherlock Gnomes. And if you've seen that there was a previous movie to this, about the gnomes, the little troll characters that are in gardens that are, come to life, so to speak. And in this one, there's a mystery that's going on, and garden gnomes Gnomeo and Juliet, that's what the first movie was called, recruit renowned detective Sherlock gnomes to investigate the mysterious disappearance of other garden ornaments. So a fun family movie, and that will be coming up on Friday, August 17th, and that's brought to you by Breastlink. So there you go, some good movies coming your way, and different movies coming up. We're having The Last Flag Flying, the 20th, and Avengers Infinity War, which is the most recent Avengers movie. If you like the Marvel Universe, you'll love that movie. I thought it was pretty good. And a couple other movies we have, Jailhouse Rock, the classic, and that was Elvis Presley's first movie that he ever made. Of course, it was sort of his introduction to the public at large that, if you weren't a teen really following him at the time then, go to see this movie and really saw what he was all about. That came out in 1957, believe it or not. And then Overboard. This is a remake of the old Goldie Hawn movie, and this one, Anna Faris stars in that character. So that will be brought to you on August 31st. So good movies, and if got any ideas for movies, let us know, and we'll see if we can get them for you, okay? Now, the weather, nicer this week for sure. We're in more normal temperatures as we stick to the mid-80s. Start to go up as we get to the weekend. So mid-80s, a little bit of haziness out there. That's due to the humidity level, but also, of course, we're still getting a little bit of that smoke that's wafting over across the mountains from the fire that's still going on out there, although I understand as of this morning, there's something like 50–55% contained, which is really good news. Friday, bump it up a little bit, and then we get to the weekend, we should be right about closer to 90 degrees, so things will get a little warmer, but still not as unbearable as it has been. Around the county today, just beautiful weather, as you can see. Beaches averaging about 79, so very pleasant down there, and everywhere else in the mid to upper 80s, except if you go out to Palm Springs. They are holding there above, I think they've been 100 now for, I don't know, it seems like a couple months. All right, we will see you tomorrow on our show tomorrow. Advanced Deer Care. Going to have a guest from the Newport Harbor Orchid Society. They're having one of their big events coming up. They usually come on a couple of times a year and tell us about those. And also a guest from Memorial Care. We'll see you tomorrow.